from BeingMommywithStyle. Today I thought we would do a chatty vlog coming to you from my half unfinished, still not done office, but it's a work in progress. I started ordering things for it and I've started getting some of the items in. It's not fully completed yet, but of course I'll do a video once I kind of get it all sorted out and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm excited because it's kind of taking shape and it will eventually be functional, which is nice. So I'm sitting in my new chair too, by the way. Today I wanted to do kind of like a chatty vlog. Today's a Sunday, but we didn't do like a day in the life today, so I thought I would do this video instead and tell you the reason why. And I have a lot of exciting news, so there may be some big changes ahead. And I'm really excited because I'm going to be starting a new adventure. I had kind of alluded to this in previous videos here and there, but I couldn't really say a whole lot because I had spoke to the person that I work directly for, and then the next step was like I let my team know that I'm like kind of the team leader for, but the entire team at large that I work with, like for the rest of the company, so we have a smaller group of a couple people, and then like the whole rest of the company didn't know yet. So I didn't want to say anything in a video and someone, I don't know who watches my videos, who doesn't. I'm assuming most people probably don't, but I didn't want someone from my company to accidentally find this out by watching the video on my channel. When I explain, you'll understand why. So this is going to be an all new territory for me. It's going to be a little bit odd, I think, in the beginning, but I think it's going to be very authentic, and I think it is going to work well with what I do. But let me explain what I mean by that. So for the past 6 years I've been on YouTube, I have been very guarded, and rightly so, about our privacy, just trying to protect my kids, really trying not to give out a lot of information about key things that YouTubers do not give information out about. So like when we were moving back and forth from Michigan, Illinois, it was actually fairly easy for me to keep my location concealed. In fact, no one really ever figured out where we lived in those places until after we had moved. And so it really worked quite well until we got down here. So the difference between down here and up there is for both places we lived in Illinois and Michigan, there was kind of like larger pockets of cities with a lot of little cities around. And so it wasn't as easy to guess where the person lived. Down here in Huntsville, the area is a growing area and a fairly large area, but there's not like this like huge suburban area surrounding Huntsville. You really kind of only live in like one of 3 cities here. So, you know, there have been some comments on my videos. People figured out very, very quickly after we moved here where we lived. And that made me very uncomfortable. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, it made me very uncomfortable because it was the first time that that had ever happened. And of course you have all the safety concerns of, you know, people are posting up what school my kids went to and they knew exactly where we lived, and it was just a very uncomfortable feeling. So flash forward, I start working, and then of course, you know, through the power of Google and the magic of Google, of course you can figure out where I work very, very easily. So, you know, while the time that we've been here, I've had to get used to that. And the job that I do for that company is, you know, very easy. I mean, very publicly accessible as a part of that job. So I've really had to come to reconcile those feelings of people are just going to find out where you work. So this leads me to my next point. For the past year and a half, I've been working as a social media manager. I got hired on to kind of work on one specific project, and then my job kind of grew and I kind of started doing all the social media. And then as time went on, I volunteered to be a team lead for the marketing team and took on some additional responsibility there. And my job really kind of ebbed and flowed and grew. In the end, I never changed my title because I'm the one that's in charge of doing that on the website, but I ended up being like a marketing manager of sorts for our company. And so it's really fun and exciting job. I love the team that I work with. The team is amazing. And one of the big things, besides the big giving hearts that our company has, one of the like amazing things about the company is the owner is very into the principles and aligned with the principles of Dave Ramsey. And so although we don't specifically follow Dave Ramsey, we have looked into a lot of it in the past and taken certain elements that really, really worked for us to really get ourselves in a pretty decent financial situation. So that being said, we have short-term goals, midterm goals, long-term goals, and I don't like talking about any of that financial stuff because I feel like everyone's in such a different position. As far as that, I'm not really a specific financial advisor, and it's just not what I do, so I don't talk about that on my channel. But we do take from some of the Dave Ramsey principles and then have ebbed and flowed other things that we've taken that we like as well. We don't do anything like the envelopes or anything like that. I'll just flat out say we don't do that system. We're just too keen on our debit cards. But there are other parts of it that, you know, we really helped us kind of align our goals, I guess you could say. Anyhow, so flash forwards, you know, I know of the principles and everything. I did not know that there was a whole leadership series that Dave Ramsey has called Entree Leadership. And that's very, very big in the company that I work for. So if you literally walk around our hallways, there are signs up on the walls that have to do with Entree Leadership. There's a podcast that I listen to now that is all about becoming basically a better person, but a better leader as well. And it's really kind of helped grow me over the past year. And also, I think, kind of helped develop a sense of what I would like to do in the future as well. But another interesting thing happened over the past year. So I've always loved marketing. You guys know that I have kind of a past of marketing and have always kind of dabbled in a lot of different areas of marketing, one of those being social media. Here I sit. But the company that I work for is actually a real estate company, and it's a real estate team, and it does things very differently from your typical real estate company. So what it is if you don't know what a real estate team is it's a group of agents that are together under a broker, and then the team is comprised of specialists in their own individual areas. So it's actually very, very rare for a real estate company to have their own marketing department. And so how that works is the real estate team has specialists in marketing that do the marketing for the whole team, specialists in listing that do all of the listing for the whole team. There's a closing department that takes care of all the closings, and then the agents are able to specifically work with their buyers or sellers and focus on them. So it's really, really well-oiled machine, and in my opinion, it works really, really well to have everyone specialize in their own specific areas, and it gives a really unique client experience. In fact, we even have a client care department. So as I've been there the past year, and I've grown in my own position, but I've also grown as a part of the team, I have started realizing that I want to be an agent. I want to be on the agent side, and I want to be a part of that kind of direct face-to-face client service. And I've always kind of had an inclination to real estate. In fact, I have had a couple other instances in my past where I've almost ended up in something real estate related, and then, you know, life kind of takes a T or a Y or whatever you want to call it, and it didn't exactly happen, but it seems to be pulling me in. And my husband and I have talked a lot in the past about, you know, real estate as an investment and all those sorts of things, which is something that we would like to do more of in the future. So it just really makes kind of sense when you sit down and look at it that I am at a place that I think would really help me thrive. I have an interest in it, and I think that it would help me in the future. Eventually, I'm going to have to become an agent anyways. That's just kind of the long and short of it. If we're going to do real estate investment, it would really make more sense to have either my husband or myself be an agent. So no better time than the present. So that's my exciting news, is that I'm completely switching careers and completely, I guess some would say, throwing caution to the wind. I'm leaving this job that is a really great job, and I know the job really well. I know marketing. I'm comfortable in marketing. I love my team. And well, I love the team as a whole, but my specific little group that I work with, you know, I love them. But I'm so excited about this new challenge. And it's going to mean a completely different schedule. As you probably know, real estate agents work at times when the rest of the community is not working. So it's going to mean a little bit of different hours. But the other interesting thing with the hours is going to mean I am going to be able to make my own schedule to a certain extent. I am going to be able to block off the time of my schedule and get to holiday parties if that's important to me. Natalie's wanting to do dance and gymnastics again, and obviously most of those classes are at night during the week. It's actually rarer to have those classes on the weekends as opposed to like a football or soccer or whatever. She's wanting to do dance and gymnastics again, and right now the schedule that I work 8 to 5, you know, in the office Monday through Friday, and by the time I commute home, it's like 6 o'clock, and where I commute to is where they are at. So by the time I picked her up to get her anywhere, we wouldn't be able to get back out to a studio by 7. Well, their bedtime is 7:30, which of course we could move that back, but I know that she wouldn't thrive doing lessons at like 8 o'clock at night. I mean, she's just, you know, not quite that age yet. So I'm excited about the fact that it's going to allow me to find those classes for her that she's wanting to do. Isabella's wanting to do volleyball. So again, some of that may be on the weekends, but we can find her some camps or whatever is available during the week. So the exciting part is it does kind of open up my schedule in a weird way, because I'm going to have time taken up at different times, but I'll be more in control of my schedule. It won't be a set schedule. So that's one huge perk. Obviously a downside slash perk is, as a real estate agent, you don't have a set salary, but I'm in a unique and quite frankly blessed situation that obviously I have YouTube and I have Cincy now, and you know, I mean, that's enough. And I'm also a little bit, I'm just gonna put it all out there, I'm also kind of a little bit trepidatious, I guess would be the right word, because this is gonna be really the first time that I've ever put this much information out about myself on the internet, online, because obviously as a real estate agent, my phone number is going to be out there. Like, you could literally pick up the phone and call me. So it's a little bit awkward, because I've been in this spot for 6 years that I have guarded my information and my location and really anything personal as much as possible. And now I'm completely flipping it. I'm not going to stop doing YouTube, and I am going to be basically publicly putting myself out there. It's a little scary, but I think it's good. I think it can work, and I hope that you'll be respectful of her privacy. I mean, obviously going forward, it's going to be very easy to figure out. It already is easy. That's kind of the other thing that I figure. I mean, all it is a simple Google search. I mean, that's literally what I do for a living, is work with Google searches and Google search words. Because of the fact that I'm publicly displayed on her website, you can find out where I am. So I'm just gonna have to mentally get over that. I'm no different than any person out there. I'm just gonna be a future real estate agent that also has a YouTube channel and a YouTube presence. So I'm excited about it. I'm planning on sharing it on my channel, but I've kind of dropped hints here and there that obviously it's gonna free up my time to film more. I'm gonna be around the house more during the day. And the long and short of filming is, it's really better to film during the day, especially when I have a topic video during daytime hours when the kids are not here, when they're at school, and to have that good daytime light. So I'm not having to set up lights like I have set up right now. So I'm excited about that, because that all should roll in with my schedule just fine. I will talk a little bit about real estate stuff, but it's not going to become my whole channel. I'm not going to put any house tours or anything like that on my channel. It's not what it's going to become. Because the nice thing is that as a real estate agent at the place that I'm planning on working at, you don't have to do any of the marketing. That's kind of the nice part. There's a marketing department that does that for you. So I think it'll all come together. That's the exciting part. So I am taking my courses right now. If you don't know anything about the process of becoming a real estate agent, it's actually quite involved. I didn't know a lot about it before I started working where I work. But it's a 60-hour course in Alabama, which I'm about 1/6 of the way through, roundabouts. And you do all the coursework material, and then you have to take a final exam. And it's like a 3-hour test, and like something that sometimes people have to take multiple times, but you take it and you make it through eventually. And then there's post-licensing courses that you have to do, which are 30 hours. So it's a process, but I think it's all going to be worth it in the end, because it just seems like this is just this is just where I keep being led to. This is where I keep being directed to. And I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. I think I was led to find that job there for a reason. And I think that I was, you know, put in a specific position to be able to learn more about the whole process as a whole and the company as a whole and how they do things differently for a reason. And I think that the timing right now is happening for a reason too. You know, the past year has been good. I really enjoy what I do at work, but the demands of the schedule, and if I'm going to keep doing the job that I'm in, the bottom line is that I'm not ever going to be able to take Natalie to a 5 o'clock dance class or 4:30 dance class. It just doesn't work with the 8 to 5 position with an hour commute. So things being what they are, I feel like the timing is right because this is going to allow me to be more active in school. I can do more with the PTA. I can do things like get my hair cut, hopefully, during the day. I'm like way overdue for that haircut, way overdue. And also have more time to film. So the exciting thing for you guys is that more videos will be coming up shortly. This is all gonna happen after I do the courses and all that. So there's a time period here. We'll still be filming when we go to Disney and we'll share all those vlogs. But hopefully by the end of spring and then definitely by the start of next school year, things will be at a much different rhythm and a much different pace. So I'm excited to take you along. It's a new adventure. I don't obviously know what all I'm in for, but it feels right. It feels like it's the right place, the right time, the right combination of things. So I hope you will join me in this journey. I hope you'll support me in this journey. If you have gone through the whole process of becoming an agent, feel free to leave any tips or anything down below. It's gonna be different. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be weird, I think, to start out because I have been so guarded with my information in the past, but we're gonna give it a go, and I'm gonna take you guys along, the ups, the downs, and the in-betweens. So that is my big change that's upcoming and my new big adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about it finally, since I've been dropping hints here and there and haven't really been able to say what it was. But I think it's gonna be a great time. And I will see you in some more videos coming up very soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below for more videos to come up in your subscription feed. And I will see you in another video very soon.